Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. On the visitors' sideline, Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. On the other side, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys, on the other hand, came out on top in their opener, so they'll try to make it to 2-0 to start the new year.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the third overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions. Owned by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And taken right on the 30. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener. 5 touchdown passes. Now look, you always want to start strong. I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have expected.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Rodgers going to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Sets up fourth down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg. Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
A loss of 7 yards.
Fielded just inside the 20. And just shutting him off there. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. On play action, it's Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's good for a Pittsburgh.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. But now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. 2nd and 5. Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make them...
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Darnold running the option to the right side. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Darnold from the gun. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the ball down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
On play action, now Rodgers. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Second. Down in a little more than a yard here. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier. Was bidding for a second. DK Metcalf from 4 yards out. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Walker to start the drive. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's Darnold. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Here's Darnold. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Steelers offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's caught. Becker. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught. Touchdown. Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He finds his man Johnson. They wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
Second down at the 23-yard line.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's our second week in studio, second week of the NFL season. Lots to get to, so let's get after it. Our journey through the NFL starts now. We begin at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The Cowboys at home to take on their rivals, the New York Football Giants. And it's the back-to-back-to-back-to-back Pro Bowler, CeeDee Lamb. It's a 66-yard catch and run to the house. The Cowboys are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers at home to take on Washington. And it's Romeo Doubs. Make it a 70-yard touchdown grab. The Packers had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. Lastly, let's get down to Miami, the Dolphins hosting the New England Patriots. And look out, it's the cheetah, Tyreek Hill. 69 yards for the touchdown catch. The Dolphins on top in this one at halftime. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thank you. The rain, if anything, maybe intensified while you were covering the halftime report. We'll see how these 2 coaching staffs want to approach this second half to come. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now it's Rodgers. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
He is just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. Rodgers now to throw. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed in the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle. Now a 2nd and 6. This is McCaffrey on the give. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. How to approach this? 3rd down and 16 yards to go. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Seahawks, nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Darnold now to throw. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 22. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Inside the 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Tucker now to add the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And it's 3rd down.
Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do, go and get more. Oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. The Steelers on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
Again, it's Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 3rd down and 10.
1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Now Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. His first career touchdown pass. Yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later. But make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now Darnold. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Buying time is left. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. Fights off the defender. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
And we'll get this up to about the 40. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And he takes it in for the score in the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for Pittsburgh, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop to 0-2.